$190. And you know what? I'm starting to question, is it really worth it? I shoot film and I have shot film for a while now, but I've come to a take that's probably going to annoy half the people watching this, is that I think film is overrated, but I can't put it down. And in this video, I'm going to walk you through why I think that and how I use it on campaigns. Before we get into this, I want to make something super clear. I'm not trying to dismiss film photographers, people who develop our film, or the discipline of film itself. There's no chimping, no looking at your camera, no delete button. You got 35 frames, and there's no shooting off 5, 10, 15 shots to make sure you've got it. You have to commit. That commitment changes how you work the scene. I want to be honest, because this argument only works if I come from a place where I genuinely understand why film is still worth shooting. I do understand it, but I do think we're putting it up here on a pedestal. In my opinion, we partly praise film because it costs us money and it's expensive. I feel like film started getting more popular again as soon as the DSLR digital cameras became so available to people. Around the same time also that we started carrying around a camera in our pocket, the one on our phones. So is this meaning that we've decided that the harder to get, pricier and less available option is the more legitimate one? It kind of starts making me question if it's actually about the photography at all and more about the person's identity holding the film camera. When I upload to social media, I'm usually posting images from my Sony a7R5 and I still get asked whether they're shot on film. I guess the technical differences dissolve when you upload them to social media's resolution. I think unless you're printing super massive and holding physical, or you really know what you're looking at, I think it's hard to tell. On campaigns, I always try and have a film camera with me and sort of a roll or two to burn. So I never just load a roll of film in and snap away, because that would cost me so much money. But what I do is I shoot everything that I need to shoot on digital. I'll get my composition, my framing, I'll get the angles that I want, I might try something a bit different if I think that looks cool and I've got sort of what I want my hero image to be. I will then and only then reach down and almost try and replicate that same shot that I already know that I have on digital on film. And I might kind of burn 2 or 3 images here just to sort of make sure I've got it. And you know what? The funny thing is that sometimes I have still gotten rolls back that the shot hasn't worked for whatever reason. Maybe someone's got their eyes closed, maybe I used a slight different vocal length or a different zoom, maybe my angle was slightly wrong and it doesn't look right. And so these images, I can't really send them to the customer. So that's how I use film on set or on campaigns. I build it first with my digital. I make sure I've got all my composition and got my hero shots. And then once I've found that hero shot that I want to then capture on digital, I'll pause the model and then I'll reach for my film camera and try and burn off a few rolls and make sure I've got that too. So when people say it makes you more intentional for who? For you as a creative? Yeah, I guess so. More intentional for the client? I mean, you can't fantasize a shot you didn't get, and then once the day is done, it's gone. I don't believe film has made me a better photographer. I also don't think digital has made me a worse photographer. I don't actually think one or the other is better, and I do think that there's a time and a place for both. And I think if anyone is telling you otherwise, they're probably trying to sell you something. Here's where I kind of undo everything that I've just talked about and tell you why I love film photography. And it's got nothing to do with the campaigns, it's got nothing to do with the color science, nothing to do with being creative. For me, it's when I'm with my family, I don't want to take my phone, I don't want to take my big camera or have lens anxiety or worry about anything. I just want to chuck a little point and shoot over my shoulder and exist. There's no part of my brain categorizing what I see as content, just me, my family, and a camera small enough that I forget is even there. So I'd love to hear your thoughts on this. Jump in the comments and tell me what you think. Do you love film? Are you not worried about it? Has it completely ruined one of your shoots? Did everything that come out of it blank? I don't know. Tell me about your experience with it. Let me know if I'm right, wrong. Until next time,